Alright guys, welcome back to the shop, and today I'm going to do a review on this PrimeWeld Cut50D. It is a plasma cutter, 50 amp, up to 50 amp plasma cutter. This is supposed to be a 110 or 220 volt. Unfortunately, the instructions that come with it are pretty bad. Alright, this instruction book, it actually has on front of it all these different models. It includes the 50, but any of the information in this thing, nowhere is there a 50 listed on any of the parameters or anything. So it does not tell you anything about how this is wired up. It comes with a green, a red, and a blue wire. These did have solder on the end of them. I tried to put a plug on the other day and I couldn't get it on with the solder, so I cut them off. I was going to wire it for 110. Like I said, I know this green and yellow is a ground, but I didn't know which one of these was going to be the neutral. And it actually looked like the, well, it depends on what color you want to go with on the inside. You got a white wire and a black wire. The black wire is hooked up to the blue, the white wire is hooked up to the red. Now normally in house wiring, black is neutral, black is hot and white is neutral. But I don't know about this thing. There's nowhere in these instructions that tell you which one should go to neutral on 110 hook up. So I decided to bring that to the other shop here and wire it up for 220. So this will be ground. Both of these will go to a 110 leg, and that'll just make it easier. Now to do all this, it comes with most everything you need except for some way of connecting your air hose to the little air filter and a plug. So out here in the shop, my 220 volt plug is probably different than what yours is. But I went with the 2 flat prongs with a round ground. Maybe you can see they're flat. This is my 220 hookup. This is what my welder's wired up with and the air compressor. So this is what we're going to use, and I had to go buy that. So it also comes with a little air filter and also a bracket that holds the air filter that bolts to 2 bolts in the back right here. This fitting here comes in this kit, and I believe this goes into this fitting right here. This is some kind of return. Of course, this is just going to sit up in here like this, and it's got a little nut that goes on it. And then we'll hook this up, and it's got the barb fitting, the plastic hose that goes down to this right here. It's got a little screen on it, some trash on it right now. So in a minute we'll hook that up. First thing they do is wire this plug up, and I'm hoping this is going to be big enough to get this big wire in here, because this is a 12 gauge wire, so it's a pretty good sized cable. Now, our little wires, I can actually see them. They're a little long, but I think it'll be alright. Okay, next thing we want to do is we're going to get this plug with a little pipe thread on it. Not pipe thread, thread sealant. And if we look at this thing here, there's an arrow on the side of it.
Maybe y'all can see where you can see that little arrow right there.
That should be the way the air flows. So this side would be the inlet. Air would flow this way, following the arrow. Okay, and we'll do the same thing with this one. I just had it screwed in with no thread sealant. Stick that in there. Tighten that down. Now we got to get our hose run in. Now they give you a lot of hose. Right. Way more hose than what you need. You're only going from here to here. I'm going to tell you about that much. I ain't got my hose cutter out here, so I'm trying to use this razor blade. Which ain't the best thing to cut with a scraper blade. But it does work. If it ain't long enough, we got plenty more. And it also comes with little hose clamps. So just one of these. Let's see if we can get this piece of trash off here. And we'll get another one to go up here. Thing here just sticks in, and that's that. So now we just need to tighten these clamps down. Alright, so the back end is pretty much complete. We'll turn it around and we'll hook up the front. I already hooked up the ground clamp. Show you what this looks like. Alright, so the ground clamp is just a quarter turn deal. Got a little thing on it. You can push it in, turn it. Alright. And then the actual cutting hickey. This thing undone. I think this will make a good addition to the shop, and I plan on doing a lot of more steel fabrication, and I really didn't want to have to use my torch because I'm not that great at cutting with a torch. Alright, so we got a little plug that's going to go in here, tighten down. And then we got a air line. No thread seal on that. It's got a compression type fitting. Not really a compression type, but a flare. Snug it up. Now the instructions do not show any of that, so take it for what it is. I guess what we're going to do now, and if you recognize what I've got this thing sitting on, is that that hitch I built. It's actually too wide for the tractor to hook up to. The pin come off right here, and it needs to be about this deep. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go back, I'm going to weld a plate to this side here with the pin sticking on the inside. So I'm going to cut this piece off right here. We don't need it sticking so far out. So that's going to be the test to see how this thing works, is to cut this piece off. This is 3/8 inch thick plate metal right here. So let me go get this thing plugged up, hooked up to air, and we'll see what it does. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna just lay this thing down and just right around that weld line there. All right, we'll go hook the power up, get some air on it. All right, so we got power on. Let's see if we got power. All right, so I'm thinking about, I'm gonna try about 30. No air. Let's see how much air we got. Now we get some air. I don't know how much air pressure you need on this thing. I'm gonna say about, about 80 pounds. All right. Well, I'll tell you right now, that ain't gonna work. I'm going to crank it up about 45. Let me grab me a glove. 30 just ain't enough for 3/8 plate. I might have to turn this air up. Make this air up about 90. I don't know if the ground's good on this thing or not, to tell you the truth. I'm not sure what's going on with my air. I'm gonna crank this thing wide open. 53. Well, not quite all the way through yet, guys. Well, I'm not sure that was 3/8 or 1/2 inch, but it's about all that little thing could do. You can see it's you know, one thing about it, that's the first time I ever used a plasma cutter, so I'm learning, and it does cut pretty. I think I just need to take my time on these thicker pieces for sure. Now I take a grinder, I'm gonna grind that down smooth, and I'll do the other side, and then we'll cut us some plate on another video. This is gonna finish up this video because I just wanted to test it on this one, and it does work. So anyway, guys, demonstration, you know, $300 Amazon. Last time I checked, they didn't have any more in stock. So, you know, $300 for a plasma cutter, I didn't think it was a bad deal. Of course, it is, you know, Chinese, and but I think for what I'm gonna use it for, hopefully it'll do good. It did come with a spare torch, a spare end, one of them, and we'll see how long it lasts. So until then, thanks for watching. Please rate, comment, subscribe if you can.